All right, today we're going to dive into just one verse. But wow, what a verse. It's from the book of Revelation, so yeah, it's ancient. But you're about to see just how incredibly relevant it is. Like it was written for us, right now.
Yeah, just let that sit for a second. This isn't just some old, dusty text. Think of it more like a direct and really personal diagnosis. And this is a message straight from Jesus, especially for anyone out there who feels like, their spiritual fire is kind of dimming.
Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing we need to understand is that this starts with a pretty serious warning, and really, it sets the stage for everything else.
So, what does that even mean, ready to die? Well, what's fascinating here is the timing. It's not talking about something that might happen way down the road. Nope, it's talking about right now. It's saying that whatever's left of your faith, it's already starting to fade. The warning is for this very moment.
The original Greek word is hetoimos, and it basically means you're right on the edge of something perishing. But, and this is so important, this is not a final judgment. It's not God saying, well, that's it, you're done. No way. It's an urgent call, almost a plea to do something before that last little flicker of faith goes out for good.
And this quote from Isaiah, man, it just perfectly captures the feeling behind this warning. God isn't here to break what's already bruised or weak. This message isn't about destruction at all. It's about revival. It's saying, hey, that weakness you feel, that's not the end. That's actually where we can start building strength.
Okay, so why is the warning so urgent? What's the problem? Well, the verse tells us exactly why. It's because our works, the things we're doing, are not perfect, or you could say complete in God's eyes.
And this really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? It's asking us directly, are you just going through the motions? Think about it. Are the things you do for God just empty rituals? Is it all a performance, or is there a real, living relationship behind it all?
So you've got this huge contrast, right? On one side, you have works of faith. These are things you do that naturally flow out of a real relationship with God. They're complete because Christ is in them. But on the other side, you have dead works. The empty routines, the religious stuff we do to look good. They might seem impressive, but they're incomplete because they're totally disconnected from the life source.
All right, so that's the diagnosis. It's pretty direct. But here's the good news. Jesus never just points out a problem without giving us the solution. So let's look at the prescription, the two things we're commanded to do.
First up, be watchful. The Greek word gregoreo means to stay awake, to be alert. This is an action. It's a call to snap out of spiritual autopilot, to stop just coasting along. I love the imagery of a bride eagerly watching for her groom. That's the kind of active, focused attention we're talking about.
And the second command? Strengthen. In Greek, that's sterizo, and it means to support something, to make it firm, to reinforce it. Again, this isn't about just hoping things get better. It's a command to do something. You have to deliberately guard that little spark of life that's left and actively build it up.
So, when you put it all together, it's a super clear two-step plan. Step 1, be watchful. Wake up, stop coasting, and actually engage with your faith. Step 2, strengthen what's left. Find that little flicker, that memory of what your faith felt like, and intentionally fan that thing into a flame before it's too late.
And really, this all points to the main theme of this whole message, which is revival. But not just any revival. It's about the personal role we play in it.
There's another verse in 2 Timothy that just nails this idea. Paul tells Timothy to stir up the gift that's in him. And a great way to translate that is fan into flame. See, it's an internal job. It's a personal action. Strengthening what's left isn't about sitting back and waiting for a spiritual lightning bolt to hit you. It's about you taking part in your own revival.
So, what are the big takeaways here? Let's sum it up. First, your spiritual life needs you to be awake and paying attention. It's not a spectator sport. Second, your faith is kind of like a campfire. If you ignore it, it's going to go out. You have to tend to it. And third, this isn't about trying really hard to be a perfect religious person. It's about letting Christ fill in the gaps and make you whole.
Look, if there's one thing to get from all this, it's this. You cannot coast. You just can't. You can't live on the spiritual high you had last year or on your parents' faith. This is a personal invitation, a command, really, to engage with God for yourself right here, right now, with whatever little bit you've got left.
And that leaves us with a really important question. Forget the theory for a second. Let's make this personal. I want you to really think about your own life.
your own walk with God. What is that one thing that's left, that little flicker, that remnant, that's just waiting for you to step in and strengthen it?